several different kinds of requirements now that have changed. I'm going to start with the Cub Scout ones. Weeblos, really. Let me just get this rolling as a slideshow.
Wait and see if that's anything you can see.
Yeah, flip the light. Thanks. Thank you. Very right. Thanks. There we go. Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience. Don't send it. It looks like PowerPoint died on me. Okay. Oh, there. Can we run it? Look at individual slides, maybe. Okay, so we're going to talk about new Weeblos requirements and how they affect your troops. So the Weeblos program has had quite a few changes to it. And what the long and short of it is that those Weeblos are going to come to the scout troops better prepared. They're going to have had practice knot tying, and not just a square knot. They're going to practice some knots that we ordinarily teach our tenderfoot or our second class scouts. So they're going to learn some knots. They're going to come to the troop already having done some activities with maps and compasses. They're going to come already prepared to understand some first aid skills. So they're going to come knowing more stuff before they ever come to the troop. Okay? They're also going to come, so the arrow of light really now lines up pretty specifically with the scout rank. So that's going to be very good for us, I think, and for our program. We'll meld a lot better. They'll know what they're getting into better. They also come with an understanding of troop processes. They'll know that the Boy Scout program is boy-led, and they're going to see some of that. So we'll go through a lot of this. This is just the overview here. And they also need to borrow from the troops for their outdoor skills. By borrowing, I'm talking about borrowing, and we'll get into this too, borrowing of people. They might need some of your guys to help teach them stuff, some of the outdoor camping skills, and they might need to borrow some of your equipment. Heck, troops have tents, troops have stoves, we have Dutch ovens. Cub packs usually don't, so they might end up borrowing some of our stuff. And then I'm going to give you some resources. Okay, so that's in essence what we're going to be talking about. So here's what happens. They have new things that they're calling adventures in the Weeblos program now. And so an adventure might be an outing that has to do with camping, doing something like that. And the emphasis is going to be on scout skills. I'm going to show you an example about what we're even doing with the Tigers nowadays. So it happens throughout the Cub ranks. They have adventures that include things like some first aid, a little bit of first aid at first, and then a little more as they get older. All age appropriate, of course. And the Wolf and the Bears focus up more on maps and compasses. All ranks are going to focus on some first aid. And the Weeblos will be ready for that scout rank as soon as they cross over, because their arrow of light will have been, in essence, the scout rank. Okay, the arrow of light now lines up with the scout rank. And they get a better understanding of scout methods. Well, you okay with that? Okay. So they're going to do things like troop visits, where they're going to see the troop being led by the boys, and they're going to see the patrol method in action, and they're going to see those things. So they're going to come to our meetings expecting to see these things. Maybe we do that already, but if not, we're going to start doing that for sure, because they're expected to know it. And like I say, there's going to be some borrowing going on. Maybe they're going to be borrowing some equipment from us. Maybe they're borrowing some of our older scouts to teach the skills that happen on an overnight campout. Maybe they borrow some of us leaders too. The whole long and short of it is that it's going to require more coordination. Okay, we're going to have packs asking you for things. And I know there are more packs in this district than there are troops. So you may end up helping packs that you haven't worked with before. I don't know how we'll coordinate all this. That's not my job right now, so we'll see. I think that'll be a commissioner-type job. Have to make sure people are lined up. But there are going to be packs that need Boy Scout troops to help out. Okay? Here's a resource, www.scouting.org/scoutsource/program updates.aspx. So, if you want that afterwards, I'll give that to you. Okay, here's an eye candy horrible slide. I copied and pasted from a website, and I think it didn't take the text as text. It's, I don't know, some picture. It's not real good. Anyway, but here, I'm just going to tell you this one here. Here's an example of a tiger adventure. Tiger, first graders. They call this Tigers in the Wild. I'm going to read some of these because you shouldn't be able to, you might not be able to see it. With your adult partner, name and collect the Cub Scout 6 essentials you need for a hike. We're already coaching them what they should take on a hike. You know, it's going to be something like rain gear and a water bottle and appropriate clothing and things, right? The Cub Scout 6 essentials you need for a hike. Tell your den leader what you would need to add to your list if it rains. Holy cow. We're already getting the first graders to think about what happened on a hike. Number 2, go for a short hike with your den or family, carrying your own gear. Show you know how to get ready for this hike. Here's the third one. Do the following. A, listen while your leader reads the outdoor code. Talk about how clean you can be in your outdoor manners. We're teaching the Tigers the outdoor code. By the way, we're going to go to Boy Scout requirements in a little while. The requirement is that they memorize the outdoor code. That's never been there before. So there's a lot of focus on the outdoor code. Got to polish up the Boy Scout image, I think, in the outdoors. Pamela's faced that before. So, listen while your leader reads the Leave No Trace principles for kids. Discuss why you should trash your trash. C, apply the outdoor code and leave no trace principles for kids on your tiger den and pack outings. After one outing, share what you did to demonstrate the principles you discussed. Holy cow. First graders. That's new. So if we're expecting the Cubs, the Tigers to do this, and then of course the Wolves, the Bears, the Weeblos, and the Weeblos twos, guess what? Our guys had sure better know this and be living by this too, right? Because these guys are going to come in expecting that we, the senior guys now, are living by the outdoor code and know the outdoor code and leave no trace, etc., etc. Here's the fourth thing for a tiger adventure, Tigers in the Wild. While on the hike, find 3 different kinds of plants, animals, or signs that animals have been on the trail. List what you saw in your tiger handbook. That sounds like tenderfoot second class and first class stuff. Participate in an outdoor pack meeting or a pack camp-out campfire. Sing a song and act a skit. Find 2 different trees with 2 different types of plants. Write their names in your tiger handbook. Visit a nearby nature center or a zoo or another outside place with your family or den. Learn more about 2 animals and write down 2 interesting things about them in your handbook. Anyway, that's an example of what the Tigers are going to do on an outdoor adventure. Their program has changed. Okay, so guess what? We need to change. But we should be really happy about all this because the guys joining the program now are imbued with the leave no trace and the respect for the outdoor code and having outdoor skills. And we'll have worked with them to make sure that they have the supplies they need and the equipment they need and the training they need to do their outdoor program effectively. Okay?